What up YouTube? How are we feeling today? Hope you're doing great, and today we're gonna talk about the first episode of the Intelligence Annex, of course, the Specialization Revamp that was showed yesterday. I wanted to talk about this yesterday when it just dropped, of course, but I had a dinner and I had a few too many beers after that to just tell you all about this. So straightforward with you today, I'm gonna talk about it and let's dive right into this article. But man, there are gonna be some big changes towards the whole game, the whole specialization, and of course towards PvP as well. Yes, there are gonna be very big changes within the specialization tree, and of course the specialization itself, even towards PvP. Changes from massive towards PvP, guys. Yes, but it's gonna be freaking awesome, believe me. Thanks for clicking my content, really appreciate you joining me, and if you like my content and want to help the channel out, smash that like button, hit me up with a comment down below because that helps me tremendously in the YouTube algorithm and of course the growth of my channel. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that little notification bell next to it to keep informed whenever I upload new videos. But are you ready? Let's go! So there we are, guys, our first Intelligence Annex, the Specialization Revamp. Of course, like we all know, it's been dropped yesterday around at 6 o'clock my time. And let's dive right in it. There's a little intro about we're kickstarting this new Annex initiative. And of course, Trick Dempsey, she's gonna talk about the specializations and Specialization 3 and everything that we can expect to change. So let's dive right in, guys. The Specialization Revamp. In the last few years, we have dedicated a lot of time to researching the builds used by players in both PvE and PvP content. And we have concluded that specializations are today not reaching their full potential. Our objective with the specialization is to empower players to create agents who match their playstyle. With our next update, specialization will greatly improve both build diversity and player choice, and to do this we will be splitting up specialization progress into a linear level and a specialization tree. So that's very good news. The linear level progression. In the current design, much of the existing specialization tree is mandatory. Of course, then you just have points, you need to stack those points into your specialization tree, you have all your points and you're done. There's nothing really to choose. You always have enough points to just stack the whole tree, and it doesn't give you that special choice to go for something that you probably aren't using in your playstyle, but just using everything. Agents can spend their points into improving signature weapon damage and ammo acquisition, also requiring to manually add and remove additional elements whenever you decide to try a new weapon. To better fit our ambitions to create more bespoke experience for the specializations, these elements will be moving into a strictly linear level system. This is where you unlock your skill variants, your specialization sidearm and upgrades, and the specialization weapon power. All this is where the power increase come from perks will be moved here once they have been reviewed and tuned. Once you have unlocked these benefits, they will remain permanently on your character as long as they have the specialization active. This linear level progress will also reward you with specialization point to spend in a new specialization tree. And this is big news, guys. This is gonna change a lot, especially for build diversity. The specialization tree. Thanks to the addition of the linear progress system, we will be entirely reviewing the specialization tree to provide a stronger focus on the customization and choices to the player. Importantly, there will not be enough specialization points to purchase every perk on the tree. Instead, you will need to choose what perks best fit your playstyle. And this is a huge and a great change if you ask me. So now, not everyone's specialization tree is the same. You can now stack into some more weapon damage, for example, or some more armor, or some more skill damage. So every single tree will be different, and that can give you, of course, the upper hand within the fight, within PvP and or PvP, and I think this is a great addition. The specialization tree focuses on 3 elements: the signature weapon, armor kits and grenades. For grenades and armor kits, we want to provide an alternative use for these consumables, which may be triggered instantly in addition to their standard behavior. So this means that we will get instant medkits back. Or at least that's what I'm getting from this. The instant medkits from the Division 1 are probably coming back. The trees permit agents to pick whether their armor kits and grenades have these alternative quick uses and invest in additional specialization points to improve them. So this can be very, very good news, because if you want to have that quick fix, let's call it the quick fix, you know, a quick armor kit or a quick grenade, so instant armor kits, you can spec into them. But if you don't want to, you can spec into a little bit more weapon damage, for example, or a little bit more specialization weapon damage. So this will divide the tree, and this will divide and just make a lot of builds just differently usable. There is a lot of build diversity creating by only this little but big change. For the signature weapon, we want to allow players to customize their behavior and to invest in specialization points to increase the impact those choices have made. This would be a meaningless addition without the ability to make named enemies vulnerable to the signature weapon damage. So we're implementing a system that makes that possible. So they're gonna bring it back, because we used to have that, right? Before Warlords of New York, if I'm not mistaken, our signature weapon did a lot of damage, but they nerfed it a little bit, especially towards the named enemies, because people were just flying through the raid, for example, just one tapping boomer, and maybe this even comes back if you stack into it properly. Additionally, and this is a big one, guys, we want the whole specialization tree to be valid in all game modes. And this means that we are reintroducing the signature weapon to PvP. Yes, guys, Massive is touching PvP. Hopefully it goes well, but man, this is a big change. We want all players to enjoy the benefit of these new balancing efforts and improve the experience. To avoid seeing signature weapons become the ultimate ambush tool, agents will be treated the same way as named enemies when it comes to signature weapons. This will require significant balancing and tuning, so we will be watching build and player performance closely. And now we come to the next big change, guys, the power of choice. While a specialization and its signature weapon are tied, that would no longer be true for their mods, skill variants and sidearms. By sufficiently leveling up your specialization, you will unlock these formerly specialization restricted specific items used by other specializations. So again, this is a huge change for build diversity, so you can just use a whole lot different things like the next thing reads. You want to use the artificial hive with the mortar turret while wielding the survivalist D50? You will be able to just do that. As you might guess, these changes among others are improved to come to next update and are quite complex topic to handle, and we want to take the time to deliver the best experience for you all. So this is gonna be a huge change, especially for that build diversity, guys. You don't need the firewall anymore to use that shield that gives you that extra output. You don't need to use your technician anymore to get that artificer hive popping and just keeping your shield up. This is going to be a huge change. And again, a big change in build diversity. So yeah, guys, these are huge changes coming, and only for the episode 1. We will get a lot more episode coming. The next one is in November, and I'm very curious what they're gonna tell us now. But already these big changes, guys, this means that there is a lot happening within the game, and there will be a lot more build diversity and a lot more things can happen within PvP. Nobody is running the same builds anymore. You can stack exactly into your playstyle. So man, I'm getting hyped about this. This is very, very good news, and I would love to know what you think. What do you think about these changes? Do you see all the builds already? Do you see the changes? Or are there some things that you are worried about? Because of course, Massive is gonna touch on PvP, and that is not always the best thing that happened in the last few months or last year, of course. But again, the instant armor kits coming back, the changes in the specialization tree, the specialization tree revamp, and then of course using the other specialization things like the artificial hive, like the shield. You can use that now while wielding another specialization. You can use the striker shield with your sniper, for example. Or you can use the bow and use your artificer hive. There are a lot of things possible in the future, guys. And this gives me a lot of great hope for this update. And this update is definitely gonna be huge. But again, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. But this is pretty much it for today. And we're gonna have a talk about Heartland as well, because we got some news about Heartland. I didn't want to talk about or touch this topic within this video, but I'm definitely gonna talk about in a future video that is gonna be airing tomorrow. So keep an eye on the channel, because there is some Heartland news as well. Doesn't mean that it is positive, but there is some Heartland news. But for today, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribers button, and of course the notification bell. PurePrime out.